You're listening to the Bourbon Nerdz podcast, episode Finish Him.
Finish him!
Mortal Kombat! Dude, you don't blow my eardrums out. Mortal Kombat! All right, let's go ahead. So, all right. Really excited. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Nerdz podcast, episode Finish Him, as we talked about. Yeah, no, we got a Mortal Kombat movie coming out pretty soon too as well. But today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about finished bourbon. Talk about, what entails finished bourbon. There's a lot of products out there, ones that maybe you should avoid, ones that you maybe should try, different distilleries and things that we've had and that we really enjoy. So I'm really excited. Garrett came up with this idea. I thought it was really ingenious. So from Barrel to Brain, we're going to talk about, again, finished bourbon. Nerd Rage, we're going to talk about best and worst game sequels. So we got a huge list there. Pop culture pour. We're going to talk about. Oh, I didn't even think of whiskey
sideline. No, so back-to-back champions. We'll just go over some back-to-back sports champions over the years.
For whiskey sideline. So it'll be a little shorter than most. But pop culture pour, we're going to talk about best and worst sequels. Neat and Balance. I'm going to talk about invest in yourself. And then we'll wrap it up with last call like we always do.
Going back to pop culture report, you just said best sequels. Best sequels for movies of all time.
For movies, yeah. Sorry. Let me be very specific.
Very specific over there.
Specifical.
They're going to be like, oh, what are we?
Where's the best and worst? What's going on over here? So finished. What is finished bourbon? Because to be bourbon, you have to be finished, or you have to be aged in a new charred oak barrel, right? We've established that.
Yep.
You have to be at least 51% corn.
A lot of sirens going on.
Yeah, it looks
today.
like the popos are outside. Yeah, there's a lot of sirens been going off today.
Heard one earlier, too.
For sure. So, anyways, we're talking about finished straight whiskey. So, you have to be in the new charred oak barrels, which I talked about. You go. So, finished is undergoing a second aging process at a different barrel. A lot of companies use sherry, port, rum, honey. I mean, there's a lot of different type of barrels that they do. So, and you get some very unique flavors. When you think of finished whiskey, what kind of comes to mind? I mean, I think barrel comes to mind, Good Times Distillery, which they do a ton of stuff.
Because what a lot of places do is they source, right? Like I would bet like 90% of distilleries source. But the thing that places want to do is they want to make it their own. RD1 does a lot of finishing stuff too.
Yep, RD1 does. So Penelope.
Penelope, yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean,
yeah. They got Tokai,
But yeah, Barrel's big on that. Good Times is big on that. And a lot of places are starting to do more of that. I mean, Blue does some really good honey cask stuff that's really hard to find. 13th Colony, which we have.
Angel's Envy, which I know is kind of a very controversial place. They do put a lot of port finish stuff.
Yeah. And so
1792, we got a cognac finish, which I think is a really good bottle.
The last episode we did Blue Note, even, the Crossroads is toasted French oak, which I don't know if it's finished in that. I think it's just that's the barrel that it's aged in. But I know some places use staves. I know Oak and Eden, RIP. They were big on using the stave finished stuff. So I don't know. The finishing is pretty cool. So some of the bottles that we brought today, we have the 13th Colony Maple. We got the Copper and Cask Cigar. So cigar blend is always going to be different. So this one's a Copper and Cask. It's finished in sherry and cognac barrels, which this has been very good. Honestly, I keep seeing it pop up on trade sites where people are like, man, I really want to get this bottle. I'm like, well, I'm glad I bought this because I was almost considering not getting it. This barrel is finished in the Mizunara casks. I got a Penelope rye that's toasted rye, which I don't know if this one's finished in toasted rye. I think it might just be aged in there. We both brought a High West
Chardonnay.
It's finished in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels.
Cabernet.
And these are both different picks. Mine is the Fossil Creek, and his is the Someone Say Whiskey. Oh, yours is Apollo? Okay.
Yep.
I have the...
Which I think is a Someone Say Whiskey pick, I believe.
Yes.
And it's very good.
I got the Cognac Cask finished 1792, and then we got the Good Times over there. What is that one finished
the Good Times is barrel strength, single barrel, finished in extra and Ho Mezcal and pineapple brandy barrels.
Nice. So, this is a little more unconventional episode where, we kind of have a theme and just kind of have fun with it, not really getting too detailed into everything, but just trying some finished stuff and talk about a little bit of the different things you can do. And I mean, there's so many out there.
Yeah.
And you can try some stuff. And honestly, if you don't like a certain kind of finish, it's kind of crazy because a lot of people are. What's the one that a lot of people aren't huge on? What's Rio finished in? It's Amberana.
Amberana.
So Amberana is kind of one of those that people are different on, but
yeah,
honestly, like
I don't know. Some people love Rio. Like they would sell their firstborn for it.
I think it would be fine as just an Amberana finish. I think honey is what overdoes it for me. But honestly, I've had some Amberana stuff that's really good. I have I can't remember. It's not Copper and Cast. It's crap. I can't remember what that other one is. It's finished in Amberana. It's a cigar blend.
Oh no, not the RD
It's
one.
not RD
Oh,
one.
it's the Starlight.
Starlight.
Yeah, and
that one's finished in
so
Amberana.
good.
And that
Dude,
one's really good. The
Dude,
RD1,
that bottle's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had that a couple weeks ago.
should have brought that. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I did too. I just grabbed. I couldn't fit any more in my bag. I just grabbed what I saw because I've been reorganizing my collection and stuff. I'm fixing to build a bourbon bunker, by the way. I need to talk about that. Yeah. But I want to talk a little bit about the finishing process, which I initially talked about. You have to follow the legal requirements to be called bourbon, right? Which new charred oak, all that stuff. Then they transfer to a secondary cask. After completing its initial aging, the bourbon is transferred to a different barrel for a shorter period of time. Then you get, the secondary aging. This finishing barrel may have previously held other spirits, wines, and different types of oak. And then you get the flavor infusion. So bourbon then picks up flavors and characteristics from the secondary vessel, which is another barrel usually. It is another barrel. And you get the sweetness, fruits, and, the kind of rich, nutty sherry barrel, whatever barrel they typically use. And the reason why they do that is it does provide a unique profile. You get way more distinct flavors, a lot more flavor complexity. And many companies are doing it very well and being very innovative with it. So, you got either a spirit base. There's a lot more tequila finished stuff coming out. Tequila's getting really popular. Wine based. We talked about some of the other honey. You get maple, which typically maple's overdone. I think this 13 Colony is one of the best maple done bourbons I've ever had. So I'm a big fan of that. And again, it's very proofy. What was the proof on this? It's like 115.
I thought it was 90.
No, it's 113.
113.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked like a 93 from over here for some reason.
Yeah. But I think there's companies are getting really good at finishing whiskeys. And don't be afraid, like, I'm American, I want traditional bourbon. I think there's a lot. Yeah. Freedom isn't free, it's $1.93. I don't know whatever
it's a hefty can feed.
Yeah. So, but I think, that 1792 cognac finish, I think is excellent bottle.
Yeah, I've actually really liked it a lot.
And it gets better.
That one and the Copper and Cask, man.
The Copper and Cask is solid.
I guess I just really like cognac finished.
I think you really like Copper and Cask, to be honest.
Copper and Cask is good, man.
Yeah, I agree. You let me try it, and I was like, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah, I have that 8 or 9 year.
Four grain's pretty good that you've put, but that's for the 4 grain that you made.
Huh?
The 4 grain that you made.
Oh,
the poor man's 4 grain.
Yeah.
But that's more for a science experiment.
This is a science, which we need to do that episode too. I forgot about that.
Try this maple again.
I did.
It's so good.
I got it.
Yeah, it's so good.
What do you think about? So for everyone, I blended the poor man's 4 grain, which is like an ounce of Eagle Rare, then like 14 ounces of Weller Special Reserve and like 10.5 ounces of Old Grandad 114.
Yeah.
Let it sit. It's been sitting for about a week. What do you think about it?
I think it's pretty good. Like, it's solid. Like,
I never thought I would really like something with Weller Special Reserve in it, but this is pretty good.
I think if you're going to drink Weller Special Reserve, I have a whole thing of it. We just make more of that because that's way better than Weller Special Reserve. Dude, you're a Weller hater, so.
Well, I like the other Wellers. The Weller Special Reserve it's weird. It has a weird funk to it that I just don't like, and it could just because it's it's probably a lot younger than the other ones.
Yeah, you get a little oak funk on it for sure. It's like a little wood.
I'm not a Weller hater. I'd rather get value out of them. And get something better.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm actually trading that Weller 12.
They shouldn't be what they go for, unless you get them at cost. And then
I'd probably like them more if they're more readily available.
Yeah, 100%. Ready available and at cost. Yeah, absolutely. Like full proof.
I'm actually trading that Weller 12 to Daniel for Tokai.
Yeah, you told us that already.
Tokai 9 years. So
I know. I'm excited to try that. I can't wait to crack it. So Garrett, from your perspective, what is some of your favorite finished whiskey? Like where does your head go out? Like if you had to choose one or two of these, or just the ones that you've had in general,
I think I gravitate towards the cognac finishes a lot. I really like those. I really like this Mizunara barrel, so I want to try more Mizunara. I've heard
Yeah.
the Mizunara barrels are like they're really rare barrels, and
Japanese, right?
yes,
Yeah.
I think there's a short barrel Mizunara that I really want to try.
Oh, Lasso has a Mizunara
Yeah,
too.
they do, and I think that one's only $70. You need to
Yeah,
go
we
pick
need
that
to
one up.
pick
But
that one up.
I think Mizunara, which I
We
need
should
to
do a
try more of
Mizunara
those.
episode.
I really liked the, what was the Blood Oath 10.
Oh yeah, Blood Oath 10 was really good.
Yeah, that one's really good. I don't remember what that one's finished in. I'll have to look that one up. And then the High West finished in tequila barrels was really good. I was pretty surprised by that one too.
Yeah, no, I
Let me
mean,
look up that Blood Oath 10 real quick. So the Pack 10 was finished it's a double finish in Cabernet Franc and Merlot casks. So some pretty dark wines there.
yeah. So just going back to I was trying to look exactly the Mizunara cask because I know it's like a Japanese oak or whatever, Mizunara oak. It's like sandalwood, or you get a herbal spice, coconut, vanilla, adds a little bit. So it's pretty expensive wood, but yeah, it's been. What is it? The wood is challenging to work with, requiring at least 200 years of growth. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's a
and they're
long
from Japan, right?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're really
They have low tannins.
I'm starting to
that's
see
why people like it because it's very soft. It is low tannin, so
Yeah.
that's why it's used, and it's aged forever.
I'm gonna try this.
200 years? That's nuts,
this.
man. Yeah, Mizunara is like weird. I don't think I've ever had anything bad that was in Mizunara cast. But again, it just goes to show. I think companies are just trying to be innovative, and I think it's really interesting. And there's a lot of good whiskey or a lot of good bourbon that's finished. So we wanted to talk a little bit about what it is, what it has to be. If it's still called bourbon, it still has to follow through with the normal process. And then I think there's just a lot of good products. I think this 13 Colony is one of my favorite bottles of the year. Not like, I don't know if it's going to go in my top 5 non-allocated, but it is a really good bottle. I enjoy it. I think it's one of the best maple finished I've ever had. I think it's a lot better than the Widow Jane Decadence.
It's very subtle for sure.
Yeah, and it's reasonably priced.
And I mean, it's a lot higher proof than the Widow Jane Decadence. I wish the Widow
True.
Jane had a little more proof to it.
Yeah, it's got good proof. It's got good maple. I think it's just a really good pour.
And not necessarily the
I need
proof,
to try that.
Like it needs to be high proof because
I need to drink
cognac,
that Mizunara again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, you're good. This cognac finish 1792 is only 95 proof and it's got a lot of flavor. But I think cognac really has a lot of flavor.
But we want to hear from you. Like, what is your favorite finished bourbon? Like, what do you like? Like, we're big fans of the Blue Note, which we didn't even talk about the honey cask, the rye and bourbon. Those are so good. That Starlight cigar blend is Specs Pick. Oh my God, it's so good. It's one of it's just so good. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you want something different. I mean, again, when you try so many different things, at some point, bourbon starts tasting the same. That's why I'm so happy that Garrett's finally seen the light on Rise, because I think you get a lot more complexity with Rise, and you can have a younger rye, and it's going to beat a good bourbon almost all day. So, but what finished whiskeys do you like? Are you an Angel Envy fan or not? I get asked that question a lot, and I don't know how to properly respond because I don't dislike Angel's Envy. What I dislike about Angel's Envy is the price point. I think some of their stuff's really good. The rye I had, which I drank with my buddy Brian, and we had it on a rock. This was probably a couple years ago, and it has like cinnamon cookie or sugar cookies, and I'm like, man, because he said that to me, and then I'm like, dude, it really does taste like sugar cookies. But
that's what the 10 Cup 14 tasted like.
My boss had a bottle of Angels of Envy. It's one of the first bottles we killed, like drinking. Like it's I've had an Angels of Envy old fashioned. It was pretty good, but it's like I don't own any Angels Envy. When I go to drops and stuff and they have those rare Angels, I don't buy them. And I don't know if I'm a hater. I don't think I am. I just
drinking the haterade.
I just don't know if they're worth the price. Like some of those bottles are $200, and there's so many different things that I would rather have or buy with my money than the Angels Envy. And again, they're not making bad stuff, so don't misinterpret and say, oh, Angels. I love Angels Envy. You guys don't know what you're talking about, because I think this stuff's pretty good. Like I don't dislike it.
Was it the Triple Oak that we had?
Yeah, the Triple Oak, pretty good
At that bottle share?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
It was okay. So, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like barrel too. Like I haven't had a lot of barrel products. The Foundation I think is really good. I've had that. The Mizunara is really good. So sometimes there's just so much. You get oversaturated. There's so much in the market right now. Like we need to kind of just kind of time out for a second, and that's why bottle shares are excellent. You get to try before you buy. You get to try so many different things, and sometimes you forget. You're like, man, I think I tried that, but we've tried so many different things over the last couple of years. It's insane, and being in bunkers and going to events, and it's nuts. But we'd love to hear from you. What is your favorite finished whiskey? I think mine, out of the ones we have here, oh man, that's tough. I really like this maple, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I really like that High West Cabernet Sauvignon. I like that Barrel Mizunara. I don't even know what my favorite. Probably that Starlight. Honestly, that Starlight cigar blend.
Really?
Verona.
Yeah, I wish I'd have brought that.
Dude, I love that freaking.
I should have
bottle.
brought that instead of this Penelope because I was realizing, this is a toasted rye. This isn't a finished thing.
It's toasted, bro. I was going to say that earlier, but
it's okay.
I was trying to keep us on track. But anyways, that's probably going to. You got anything else from Barrel to Brain?
Nope.
Thought it'd be a good topic to talk about. See what you guys like. Talk about what is finished whiskey. There's so many different products out there. Which ones do you like? Which ones have you enjoyed? That again, that 1792 cognac might also be. I love that
really
bottle.
like
I'll
it.
give you guys. I'm gonna try a couple other of these. Just take little sips of them, and then before we end it, I'm gonna make a note so I don't forget. But let's move over to Nerd Rage. All right, so we've got quite a bit. We're gonna talk about our favorite, best, and worst game sequels, right?
Yes.
So, do you want to start with the worst or best? Which one are we starting with?
We can start with the best.
I got
start
a lot.
with the good.
You're the
have-
best
I have like
around.
5 or 6.
I
I don't play
so
as many games as you,
Yeah.
especially recently. But so some of my favorite, or that I consider some of the best video game sequels, is I really like Twisted Metal Black. I thought you could say like Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 3, but I always really liked Twisted Metal Black because of how kind of dark it was. And like the Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones was the theme song. So you just get that.
Okay.
I really
It was a
like
cool
that
game.
And it was a good game. And the stories lines were really cool. The cutscenes were fun.
I kind of did for this. I kind of did like the second version of the games more than like the overall sequels.
Yeah,
so
I just did sequels in general.
just no disclaimer. Like, so you're like, oh, you left off this game. No, I just did like kind of like the second rendition of a game. I thought that was best or worst. Well, I kind of did the opposite. So for the worst, I did kind of like any of the sequels. So I kind of screwed this up, but it's okay.
And actually, for the next one, you could do the second one, Resident Evil 4, but the Resident Evil 2 is also very, very good.
Resident Evil 2 made my list.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is great, but Resident Evil 4 is the game that I played by far and away the most times of any game ever. So
Diablo 2, greatest game ever.
I've never played Diablo.
You're missing out.
I have Batman Arkham City. I mean, those Batman games are really good and really fun.
Yeah,
I like those a lot.
Honestly, I agree. That Batman game was so much fun. You just I've felt like I was Batman.
Yeah,
when I was playing the game.
I am Batman.
I am Batman. How do you know you're wearing hockey pads?
At work sometimes, like whenever somebody's like looking for something and I'm like, oh, here, I found it. I'm like, I found it. I'm the world's greatest detective.
I love it.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a really
it's on my
good
list
game.
as well.
And then the last one I have on my best is the God of War, the remake one, the newer one.
Oh, I have God of War 2 on my list.
I mean, you could
God
do it. Honestly, you could do any of the God of Wars.
Yeah.
I think all the God of Wars are great. I played God of War 2. I played God of War 3.
Would you say that God of War and because they have multiple, is one of the better franchises ever?
Yeah, it's one of the most consistent.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree. I think so.
I mean, what else is kind of up there? Like, I guess you could argue Final Fantasy has some pretty consistent games.
Yeah, they have so many. Though.
I mean, even Prince of Persia has some rough games.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't know. Like, I think God of War could definitely make it. Like, even because Resident Evil, you'll see that one of the worst sequels is a Resident Evil game. Because Resident Evil could be up there if not for a couple blemishes for sure. Because Resident Evil games are amazing.
Yeah. You got anything else?
No.
All right. I'm going to give you my list. So, Diablo 2, my favorite game of all time. Absolutely love it. It's just one of the best games ever. If you haven't played any just Diablo in general. Diablo 4 is a game that I sometimes play. Still, I'm not. He says I play a lot of games. I don't really game a whole lot as much anymore. I do try to game every once in a while.
I didn't say that. So I just don't play as much as you.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
You just put words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
You can't
don't say that.
You can't triple step and double step.
Don't say that.
Street Fighter 2, one of the greatest fighting games of all time.
Oh, I should have said Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. StarCraft 2, PC games, give me some love.
Sorry, real quick. Do you know why I love Mortal Kombat 2?
Because of the blood and gore?
No, because the secret character Reptile was my favorite character.
Got it.
Until they turned him into like an actual lizard, and I thought that was stupid. But I always thought that was cool that they had like this hidden character who was
hello. My favorite character. Oh yeah, hello. I remember that. Hello. Just came right, pop out of nowhere. Like where?
Like, how do you fight him?
Yeah. Why is he popping up?
That was actually kind of tough to figure out.
Yeah, it was. For sure.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, you're good. I was thinking my favorite Mortal Kombat character all the time is Noob Saibot. I love Noob Saibot.
I mean, that's Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
essentially.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Sub-Zero on like
a better version.
Better version. I mean, but
Noob
Half-Life
is
2,
cool.
Phenomenal game. If you ever played that. Resident Evil 2, we talked about that. Uncharted 2 was such a good game too, as well. I think for a sequel, I think it's better than the first one. The first one was excellent too. You could argue those games are really good. Red Dead Redemption 2, absolutely, was phenomenal. God of War 2, Super Smash Brothers, the second one was really good. I think it was so much better than the first one. That's a little bit of games. Like I just was kind of doing Halo 2. Halo 2 I thought was way better than the
Halo
first
2
one.
For sure.
Halo 2, like I remember
the Halo 2 days.
So I got to tell a little story because I think you guys would enjoy this. I want to do a little more story time, and I know we got time. We got to keep up. But I used to live in a house on 6th Street in Durant called the Cox House. Okay, and it was like the biggest party house ever. It was literally like Animal House, and I kid you not, and I'm not proud of it. I'm not like bragging or anything like that, but it was literally like we had a guy get arrested in a thong right next, and it was right next to the college. It was nuts. And I had several friends, in and out that we lived there. We had, usually 4 guys that lived there at one time. It was just a big party house. But, I don't even, where was I going with that story?
Oh, you're talking about Halo 2.
Oh, Halo 2. Yeah. So sorry. Spaced out there. It's been a lot.
What are you talking about?
I woke up at like 5 in the morning and could not go to sleep.
You tell me about a guy in a thong. I don't know if that's Halo 2, but.
I hope you enjoyed the thong story. Let me see that thong, baby, to show that thong. Yeah, you see that range I got there? Anyways, let's get back on track. So we used to we'd have 3 rooms, 3 Xboxes set up, and we would have you could do the LAN parties or whatever and set up and play.
Was screen sniping.
Yeah, well, exactly. But
people built boxes.
Yeah.
I remember, dude.
We'd have the boxes and flappers up.
Had my Co-Red and my Cheez-Its. I was ready to go.
We would be pulling all-nighters just playing Halo too. I remember. That was so much fun.
And then we also had a paintball team. So our paintball team names were also our Halo names.
Yeah.
My name was Tombstone.
Oh, that's
cool.
I
liked the Tombstone.
No, that's awesome. I like that. So then I was talking about StarCraft 2 earlier too. I used to play with one of my best friends who passed away. God rest his soul, Tyler Shine. And we would play StarCraft 2 against his, Korean guys that were just the best players ever. But I remember us, playing together and rushing people and people's cussing us out, online and stuff. So just some good memories growing up and gaming. Gaming was a big part of my life, and I quit for a long time. If it wasn't for COVID, I probably wouldn't play any games at all. And I know I'm getting a little older, but. Gaming's fun. My daughter likes to game a little bit, trying to obviously balance that. You don't want too much screen time. It can be really bad for your children and hinder their development. But in general, games, teach critical. I think why I've been able to, I work with people all over the world and come up with these creative solutions is a lot towards gaming. You have to kind of solve complex problems. And I know that's oversimplification of some of the stuff that I do and what we learned was gaming, but it's been a big part. So are we moving over to worse now?
I just want to add a couple more that I didn't think about real quick. Call of Duty Black Ops was pretty great. Whenever that came out. Black Ops or Black Ops 2, they're both really
Black
good.
Ops 2 was better.
Yeah, I would.
Way better.
I would agree there. The Witcher 3 was great. And then what did I write there? We didn't mention Breath of the Wild. Is that considered a sequel?
I've never played that game.
No? It's considered like one of the greatest video games of all time.
Wow.
Also, really wanted to briefly mention Pokemon Gold and Silver, because following like the original Pokemon games, then you're like, oh, now we get 16 badges.
And Zelda Link to the Past is a sequel game, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. So, there's a lot. Like I'm just highlighted, and I was doing more seconds on the best. Let's talk about did we talk about the worst? I don't think we did. No. So
no,
I'll lead off the worst. So Mortal Kombat Armageddon, that game was god awful. That was so bad. Such a bad game.
Was that the one that they tried to do like an open world thing?
Yes. Yeah, it was god awful. Yeah. And I still played it. Resident Evil 6, I thought was horrible. Pac-Man 2, I thought was pretty bad. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 was so much significantly worse than the first one. The second Last of Us 2, I thought was pretty bad.
It's probably why the second season was so bad.
Yeah. Well, second season's bad. Yeah, second season's bad, and The Last of Us 2 was bad. Star Wars Knights of the Republic, The Sith Lord was terrible. So those I didn't do as much on the worst because there's so many good games out there, but I could have kept going. I just picked a few.
I only have 3 because I've only played 3 really. Well, I don't know. There was an Assassin's Creed game.
Earthbound 2 was god awful.
Remember what Assassin's Creed game I didn't like.
You never played Earthbound, one of the greatest RPGs of all time, but the second one was god awful.
I also had Resident Evil 6, but I had Duke Nukem Forever. So, fun story about that real quick. We have a player that comes to play. His name is George Broussard, and he's got a ponytail, and he always wears his khaki shorts, and he wears the same thing. And he comes in, he plays blackjack, and every now and then he gets banned because he has a really poor attitude and really big anger issues. But anyway, but if he's not in a bad mood, you catch him on a good day, you can sit there BS with him about games. He's great. But he actually is one of the creators of Duke Nukem, and there's a really fun story or thing on YouTube about the production of Duke Nukem 2. So Duke Nukem came out and it was a huge success, and then while they were making Duke Nukem 2, like all this new technology would come out. And so then he would just want to restart and add this new technology. And just eventually, 6, 7, 8 years would pass. And then the other creators ended up just kicking him out and just released the game. And it was horrible. But it's so funny because when you see, we don't call him this to his face, but we call him the Duke. But yeah, so kind of an interesting player that plays up at the casino. I only have another one on here. This one wasn't necessarily bad, but the ending was just garbage, hot garbage. And so it's really disappointing when you play a game that has potential. What game are you talking about? Silent Hill 4. Oh. It's called The Room. And it has a cool premise. Like you're in this room in an apartment, and it's all this weird stuff starts happening that's connected to Silent Hill, but it's just the reason I spent so much time playing this game, and then you get to the final boss and it's basically nothing. Like that's just so disappointing whenever you spend so much time on a game that's really not bad, and then the ending just kind of ruins it. But another game I could have put on the best is Fable 2. That was one of my favorite games to play.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
I'm ready for a new Fable game.
Yeah. No, I think isn't there one coming out? Oh, and it's
supposed to be.
And I forgot. Yeah, they delayed Grand Theft Auto 6 till next year, 2026.
That was happening.
Yeah, I was really hopeful it wasn't because that game doesn't look delayed sweet
anymore.
I know it's insane, but yeah, that's unfortunate. But I think that'll conclude Nerd Rage. Let's move over to
Whiskey
Sideline,
and this will be just kind of a brief conversation.
Yeah, we'll do a quick one for sure. A quickie.
So the thing I came up with for this was just talking about some back-to-back champions.
Yeah, and I'll let you lead this, and I'll just comment on what you have.
So whenever you think about back-to-back champions, are there anyone that kind of comes to mind? Like, there's a few that kind of
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, that's the obvious one.
Golden State Warriors.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they went back-to-back.
Well, I guess you're on the basketball theme, like because I think
football,
Bulls,
Patriots.
I think Patriots for sure.
Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, the Yankees for sure.
The Rangers should have won back-to-back, but they didn't. They lost back-to-back.
Just some key ones here. I have the most recent one's the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
They won.
In hockey. No, very good. And they were not projected to win. They barely made the. Yeah, they barely made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
And then, of course, we have the Bulls. You have the Lakers, which actually happened in multiple decades. So you can talk about like the Wilt, or not the Wilt, the Kareem. You can talk about the Kareem Lakers, or you can talk about the Kobe Lakers. Either one, they won back to back. Celtics.
Yep.
Back in the day, Larry Bird. I had the Warriors on here.
Robert
the Yankees,
Paxton.
The Patriots. Jimmy
Spurs.
Johnson. Spurs did not win back to back. So
they did not.
And I want to comment. So the
I
Spurs,
thought they did.
The Spurs won every other year.
Oh, okay.
Like they won like 2000. They won 97.
Miami Heat won.
They won
that.
2001. They won 2003. It's like every other year. Like they never had a back to back.
I thought they had a back to back.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then another one I wanted to highlight was Jimmy Johnson won 5 NASCAR Cup Series races in a row.
Oh yeah,
which was
Jimmy
kind of a big
Johnson
deal.
is phenomenal. So. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, just kind of a little thing there that I wanted to.
So what do you think is like out of the teams that won the back to back? Like which one do you think is the greatest? Like the Bulls or the Lakers or like I guess maybe franchise. Like probably the Lakers, right?
I think the most memorable, the Bulls.
Yeah, the most memorable because Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player to ever live, and there's no argument that if you youngins out there think differently, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Dude, LeBron James isn't even in my top 3.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait till we get to...
I mean, you could argue... you could say the Miami Heat. I just didn't want to mention the Heat.
Oh, yeah. They went back-to-back?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh. You didn't mention it, hater.
Nope.
I thought they won, lost, won... Yeah, you're right. They did win back-to-back. Okay. Yep, I was wrong with that.
F the Heat.
And then they were like,
James.
dude, the Heat have been in the finals like over the last 20 years, like a ton. Like I was like, oh, crap. Yeah, because
Jimmy Butler got him there a couple times.
Yeah, Butler got him there. Like LeBron got him there.
I don't know how.
Dwayne Wade got him there. Like it's crazy. Shaq won a title there against the Dallas Mavericks. I still think, which is crazy because I talked about this before, but they recently, Mark Cuban's like, you can't tell me they didn't steal the 2006 from us. A little thing came out the other day. I saw it on Facebook. Anyways, all right, let's move over to pop culture pour. We're going to talk about best and worst movie sequels. Yeah, and there's a lot. I got a lot.
I assume Back to the Future 2's on yours.
Of course it is. Dude, I love that.
I almost put that on mine, but I
love Back to the Future.
That's
like
a good one, for sure.
Michael J. Fox, dude, is like my hero, man. I love that guy.
My hero. And they say that a
hero will save us. I'm not gonna stand here today.
You could say Spider-Man 2. That's a great movie.
It is.
Great movie.
All right, well, give us yours and I'll give you mine because I got a lot.
I don't think you can talk about best sequels of all time without mentioning The Godfather Part 2.
That's the first on my list.
Yeah, I think that's the first on everyone's
Shebang,
list.
shabang.
Like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they followed up The Godfather by just making a arguably better sequel.
Do you have The Dark Knight on there?
This is number 2.
Is our list the same? Did we just become best friends?
Aliens is a great sequel.
God bless, dude. I think you're reading my list.
James Cameron came in and said, I can do that better. And
but I know I have one that you disagree on. Captain America Winter Soldier, which is one of my all-time favorites.
I think it's a fine movie.
It's a great movie.
It is, yeah.
Even Ethan agrees with me. Ethan, you agree with me. I know you do. We love the Winter Soldier.
Hey, what's up? Editor Ethan here. Just wanted to chime in and say that yes, The Winter Soldier is still to this day my favorite MCU movie, and I believe it to be the most unique movie that Marvel has ever made. Carry on, guys.
I would argue Civil War is better.
Disagree. And Civil War is good.
But I will argue also Civil War is more of an Avengers movie than really just a Captain America movie.
I don't disagree with that. And it is very good. Civil War, actually, if you didn't like Civil War or you're like, it's meh, go back and watch it because I watched it on like my second last work trip and I was like,
so good.
Dude, I was like, man, this is really good.
It's like in and out of my top 10 favorite Marvel movies.
It's very good.
Empire Strikes Back. I mean, that's a pretty obvious one to me.
Absolutely, yeah. The best Star Wars movie ever. Okay. Yep.
T2, Terminator 2.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the best sequels of all time.
It's amazing.
It's insane.
The first 2 Terminators are so good, and if James Cameron would have just stuck around, they probably would have kept making good Terminator movies. If James Cameron would just stop focusing so much on these damn Avatar movies, we could probably get some actual
Dude, I know. Movies. Come back, dude. Leave Avatar alone, bro. We're Avatared out.
Yeah.
Baby, come back.
The last one I wrote on here.
This Mizunara cast is very good.
Yeah, it's so good.
116 proof.
So good.
6 years.
So good.
This is the first edition, too.
Yeah, it's batch 1.
How did you get batch 1? That's crazy.
How
many batches are there?
I think there's only a couple. I got that last year, so. The last one I have on here, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, is Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, that's good. That was really good.
I love that movie so much. So
I liked it. It was good.
So yeah, I want to hear some of yours.
Well, we have
Also, which movie did you think? Did I say the movie that you thought I would say? Because you're like, you better have this one on there.
Oh, that's on my worst.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll get there.
No, so Top Gun, obviously, Maverick is phenomenal. I think it's one of the best sequels to ever. I think Top Gun's one of the greatest movies ever. Lord of the Rings 2, The Two Towers, which is my favorite. I don't know what, like, I know there was,
I think The Return of the King is better. So you could argue The Return of the King is the I think a lot of people.
You could. I really like The Two Towers.
The Two Towers is cool. I just don't think as much happens as the first and third one. But I mean, all three are great. It's probably one. It's definitely one of the greatest trilogies of all time. So you can argue for either.
Other than that, our list. I mean, I have the Winter Soldier from Captain America, and again, I could go and do more, but we had a pretty comprehensive list. Let's move over to worst, and I'll kick us off on the worst. Speed 2. It was such a bad movie.
I was going to put that on there.
Sorry.
I have a lot on mine.
That's so bad. Jaws Revenge, such a bad movie.
Dude,
and
Jaws Revenge is on mine. And I was talking about this to somebody the other day. I'm like, do you remember whenever they actually had a meeting and said, hey, what about making a Jaws movie where the Jaws wants to get revenge on a human?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense, right?
Dude, what's crazy about when you look at how complex the Jaws movie is, the regular one, which is a phenomenal movie, it's not even about the shark. It's about human nature and overcoming obstacles. And just kind of really go back and watch Jaws. Like really think through and take a mental note. I had a whole debate about this. I think it was with my boss in Columbia. We were talking about Jaws with my client. And it was such an interesting conversation. But anyways, let me get back to Blues Brothers 2000. That movie was god-awful.
Well, and not having John Belushi was kind of tough.
I don't care. It was terrible.
No, I know, but
you're right.
Yeah.
But it was terrible.
No, yeah, it's
bad. A Good Day to Die Hard. Was so bad. Yeah. And I love Bruce Willis. I love the Die Hard movies.
After the first three are good. After that, it just and that's the problem here. I'm just going to go on a little mini rant here. That's the problem with action movies these days is they have to just go way over the top, like Fast and Furious. The first few Fast and Furious, even the fourth one, are fine because it's about.
We're on like the 30th one.
Yeah, well, it's about car racing, and then it's about.
No, it's about family.
And
Olive Garden.
By the way, I watched the new Conjuring movie. It's freaking terrible. They beat the demon entity by family, and I was like, dude, Vin Diesel would be freaking proud of those.
Yeah, I'm going to Olive Garden right now and get some breadsticks. It's some salad.
But that's the problem with action movies is like they just have to do too much. Like the first three Die Hards were simple. You know, you don't have to get too crazy. Like the first four Fast and Furious were fine. And then they're like, I have this super spy who are getting satellites from space to shoot laser beams. And you know who I really think could help? Dom and his gang. These street racers from Los Angeles should help us. And they're just jumping out of Dubai buildings. And I think one of the movies has them shooting out into space.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, and that's the problem with action movies is they just have to do too much. Like Mad Max, you know, it's just about driving in the desert.
Are you done with your rant?
Yeah, I will be if you want me to.
Yeah, I do. Mizunara cast. This is like caramel, a little bit of honey, a little bit of clove. It's good. Sorry. Grease 2. I love Grease. Grease is like I remember I watched that, and and Tasha probably doesn't listen to mine. So Tasha Lane was a good friend of mine growing up, best friend, and still love her to death. But we used to watch that movie all the time. Space Jam, the second one with LeBron James, god awful. LeBron James, god awful. I think it was called A New Legacy or something. Zoolander 2.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so bad. Zoolander 1 is so good.
Well, and that's another thing is these like sequels that happen like years later.
Way like Dumb and Dumber.
Anchorman, Dumb and Dumber 2.
Oh my God.
Anchorman 2, like
Anchorman 2.
They're just not good.
Dude, in Anchorman, I thought like I was watching it, I'm like, okay, this movie is might be pretty good. And then it just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened.
I just don't think Will Ferrell has it anymore. He hasn't made
probably
a good movie
not
in a long time.
He's still funny, like as an individual person, like when you're watching on stand up and stuff, like or on like he's a talk show or something.
Yeah.
But like in a movie, it's just like He's just overplayed.
Yeah, I just hate unnecessary.
Kind of like a good song that you like. You like, man, I love this song, and it's like, man, I just they keep playing it. All right, I don't want to hear this song anymore. You know, it's kind of like that
for sure.
So, but those are those are all my worst. Let's hear yours.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I don't know how you didn't say
How did I not put that on my list? Yeah, you're right. That's so bad. Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize for leaving that off my list.
Some of the worst possible acting ever.
Oh my God. That movie's so bad. I think I blocked it out of my brain. That movie's so bad. I don't ever want to watch that movie again. The reptile guy is like the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's so bad.
Jaws: The Revenge was on mine. Son of the Mask. Is just like, okay, you can't replace. I love Jamie Kennedy to death, but you can't replace Jim Carrey with Jamie Kennedy and think it's going to be funny.
Nope,
it's not going to happen.
I agree.
Batman and Robin.
Yep,
horrible. At that point, they're just trying to sell toys.
Hold on one second. Sorry, I forgot. On their best, did I say The Dark Knight?
Yeah. Well, I said it on mine.
Okay. Just making sure. That's one of the greatest sequels ever.
Everybody chill.
You got to chill.
You know, it'd make a really... So, Mr. Freeze is this intellectual who wants to freeze people. You know, it'd be really good casting for that? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to chill. They're trying to take my tortillas.
He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. No.
If you haven't watched, that was a reference from Pablo Francisco's stand-up. If you haven't watched his stand-up, it's older too. Go YouTube it. It's hilarious, and you'll thank me later.
The last one, because I could have done a bunch, but another one on here that just really sticks out is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Yeah, that one's rough.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie,
it's
and I watched
Richard
it.
Pryor.
God.
Was Richard Pryor? No, he might.
No, that was the third one.
Yeah, but no, they create this.
The first and second Superman were great. The third and fourth were not the best.
Yeah, the fourth one was dumb. He made this guy with like, I don't remember how they created him, but it was just they tried to make a political statement. And of course, that doesn't typically work if you don't do it well in movies. So. But yeah, that's what I have for that.
Okay. I think that'll close out Pop Culture Pour. I guess I'm up for a new neat balance. Hold on. We're going to try this High West. Last one I'm going to drink, Cabernet. It's 100 proof. Very good bottle. I was very impressed. Never expected to, but I love Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm a wino, if you don't know. I'm excited. Actually, I want to do a wine episode. We need to get a sommelier. What's his face? That guy we met at the bottle share. He's a sommelier. He's in the Someone Say Whiskey group. I can't think of his name. I apologize off the top of my head. Anyways, so neat and balance is going to be about investing in yourself. A lot of people don't do that. Like, and I'm going to start with number one is like gym membership or exercise or, set your daily routine, whether you go for a walk. And I've been walking a lot lately. It's really... And I'm going to tell you, like, I get up early. I guess I'm getting old, starting to get up early, like 6 a.m. or whatever. Start my day fasted and, walking. First thing I do when I wake up is drink a bottle of water, try to get hydrated, and then I go for a walk. But, in meditation, yoga, whatever it is that you're into, like, invest in yourself. A gym membership is not expensive, and it's going to help you live longer. It's going to help you be healthier. And you're going to feel better. It's going to help your mental health, all the different things. Second is massages or facials. Like, go to the spa. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
A massage is so helpful to just get all the toxins and stuff out of your body that collects, the muscles. Even if you're not working out hard, like whether you're sitting at a desk job all day or you're in a physical manual labor job, but people will go out to dinner or buy a bottle of bourbon or whatever else. And we pay astronomical prices sometimes for some of this bourbon. Like, go get you a massage and relax. That's going to be the best 90 minutes of your life. And that'll be the fastest 90 minutes of your life. But it really does help add mental clarity, get some toxins out of your body, help your muscles kind of recover and get some of the knots and things out. But those are simple things to do. Number 3 is vacations. I talk to so many people that don't, and I try to go at least, And people are like, well, you're traveling all the times. And yeah, traveling for work and traveling for vacation are two different things. One, vacation is all about disconnecting from your real life, from your real job. And a lot of people don't take a vacation. You absolutely need to take it. And there's studies that show you have a 20 to 30% increase in productivity once you come back from a legitimate vacation. And you're like, oh, I can't afford it. Save money. Stop going out to eat dinner. Stop buying bourbon if you have to. Like, there's so many different ways. Set yourself a budget. There's so many different vacations that you can go. You can go to Mexico, Cancun, stay in all-inclusive. There's so many different spots. And then if you guys want to hear me talk about, I'll give you 5 travel spots that are cheap and affordable, because I travel a ton. And if that's stuff you would like to hear, I'd love to do it. But absolutely, you should go on. And my goal is to have one big vacation a year. This year's probably a little different, but next year I'm going to Japan. Absolutely. I'm going to do a Japan trip. I'm trying to still try to get to Greece this year, but we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. I've got to go to Barbados and St. Lucia and a bunch of other places, but we'll see. But you should absolutely be taking a vacation, and you can't afford it. Put back $50 a month, put back $100 a month, cut a couple things there. Think about all the things you spend your money on. And I'm not trying to get in your personal business, but there's definitely different ways. Number 4 is books or audiobooks. Like, whatever it is what you want to learn, whether it's being a better leader, being more professional. There's so many different books out there, but being a better husband. I've been reading a lot of relationship and understanding yourself. And there's actually a really cool, I think it's on TikTok, that you can put in. I'll have to follow up on that, but you can put in a certain thing about yourself. I think it's maybe it's Chat GPT. No, it's TikTok. But you can put in like I want a book that tells me about myself, and it'll give you a recommendation. It did it for me. It's a book that I'm fixing to start reading. The Mountain Is You. I'm really excited to read that. It's about self-sabotage, turning that into like perseverance and stuff. But yeah, absolutely. Listen, we talk about podcasts and different things like that. There's a ton of leadership development, mental, like just health encouragement podcasts. We are who we think, and that's really important that we read and challenge ourselves to constantly learn. And a famous quote from a guy, I'm going to give a shout out to Lev. Always what he said to me that resonated. One of those quotes and somebody say in your life, and you're like, man, that really resonated with me. If you're not growing, you're dying. And I challenge you. And I've learned so much just reading books. And like we get busy, and we're like, I don't have time to read. I don't have time to do this, and I don't have time to do that. But I promise you, how long are you on your phone? How much time do you waste during a day, right? So really plan and prioritize your time. I believe that was number 4. Number 5, take a class. Maybe go. I know Garrett recently went to one of the business classes that happened locally.
Yeah, they've been great.
And they're free, right?
Choctaw pays for them.
Well, that's fine. Yeah. But even if they weren't, taking a class is really good to do.
This one's been really cool. It's like one of the things he said to me, which is a really cool thing, is when people listen to podcasts, they are, what is the phrase he used? They're disconnecting while connected.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great phrase.
That's awesome. I love that.
I was like, dude, yeah, that's amazing.
Disconnected while connected. Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't we think of that for our tagline?
Dude, I know that's so good.
There's another one next month on social media that I think will be beneficial. So I'm going to try to go to as many of these as we can, as I can. So, it was really cool to sit and talk, and everyone there was like, liking our stuff. And the cool thing is I go in there and I feel kind of out of place because everyone else is like like you have a insurance guy here, and you have which actually this guy was a DJ, which is kind of interesting, but everyone got excited when I was talking about, because I was like, I feel out of place here, but their excitement made me more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I felt like I got asked a lot more questions than other people. So it was pretty exciting. And, I want to be more involved in this area in general. And I want to start going to the Chamber of Commerce stuff that they have. I think it's Wednesdays at like 8:30.
Yeah.
In the morning, it's like a coffee and donuts kind of thing.
Yeah, we should look into doing that. That's early. I can definitely go with you.
So. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's been really cool. Just want to make this better from the business side, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And there's so many business classes, master classes that you can do, whether it's acting, whatever. I mean, whatever it is you're passionate about, you want to learn an instrument, you want to play the piano. I mean, what it is, like, give yourself an opportunity. You can be surprised how powerful you are as a human being and what you can do if you really put your mind to it.
And you'd be surprised the kind of access you have around this area. Like you said, acting. We have a guy that plays at our casino. His name's Glenn Morshower. He's been in all the Transformer movies. He's basically played the agent. He was in the 24, and he has an acting class in Dallas. So like, you can go and take his acting school. Like, it's this guy. You recognize him, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He's in a lot of things, but so, I mean, you'd be surprised what kind of avenues you have for even just like the off the wall stuff around here. Like, there's a lot of people from this area. Like, the bassist for Alice in Chains lives in Atoka.
Yeah.
It's like
the drummer for Three Doors Down, who's been on our podcast, who tells literally some of the greatest stories you'll ever hear in your life. Like, I tell people about him, like, go listen to that episode.
Yeah, he owns a coffee shop in Kingston.
Yeah, we didn't talk about bourbon at all, I don't think.
No, because he wasn't really.
Yeah, no. So I mean, it's just a good interview. So for sure. And then lastly, like, and I think this is 5 or 6. I'm not sure. I lost track talking about stuff on neat and balanced. But your food and supplements, like, don't be afraid to spend an extra couple dollars to get organic. Don't be afraid to spend a couple extra dollars to get. And I know money's tight right now, and the economy's rough. But like, prioritize where you're spending your money and be willing to spend money on yourself. And I didn't do that for a long time, whether it was, going to the doctor or whatever else it was. And I've been pretty consistent with the regimen on my supplements and stuff. And I know it can get very expensive. Protein can get very expensive, but you got to think, if you're taking your family out to McDonald's and eating a couple times a week, there's close to $60-$70 right there. Cut one of those out, right? And spend that $60-$70 on protein. That's less, more protein you're going to get, but healthier for your body. Spend a couple money on some supplements. I have multiple neat and balanced where I've talked about supplements I would recommend, whether it's a good multivitamin, whether if you're struggling sleeping, and magnesium citrate has been really good to help you sleep. Taking some zinc before you go to bed. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can take. So I just really want to challenge your way of thinking on, you'll go spend $100 on a bottle of bourbon, or go spend $200 or $300 on a bourbon drop, but will you spend $200 or $300 on yourself to make yourself feel better, make yourself mentally clear, save half of that for a vacation, and still go to the bourbon drop and have a good time? So
I would argue, if you're going to go to a bourbon drop and spend a couple $100, that's probably for you also.
It is for you also. But I mean, so let me challenge that way of thinking. And I'm not discouraging you from going to a bourbon drop at all. But if I have 30 bottles of bourbon, do I need another couple $100 of bourbon versus spending some money on myself? If you have the money, like Kyle does, apparently, he's ready. 3 bottles of Weller 12, then that's fine.
Cody, I feel like you've had the FOMO a couple of times.
I absolutely had the FOMO a couple of times, especially with some of the whiskey blender stuff. But I also spend money on myself. I bought better products and stuff.
And that's not saying that these people that go to bourbon drops aren't spending money on
themselves.
No,
they aren't. I just wanted to open up your mind to think. So things that add value, and you can do those things for yourself. You can still buy bourbon and still, stay budget friendly, but think different. Life's short at the end of the day. We had a tragic event happen today, which, we've kind of talked about on 2 podcasts. I'm not going to go into that, but we just don't know. We're not promised tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen. You can't take the money with you when you die. Obviously leave money in investments and stuff for your kids and legacy and like that. But enjoy life. Life's too short. And blink of an eye, and then we're gone. So
yeah, and that's what I try to like. I always try to put a positive thing, and like I had to delete a post the other day because it was trying to say, go out and live your life, and then of course people got in there and was like, well, it's scary in America, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about that the kind of like that negative mind of thinking is exactly why you're probably held back in your life. It's like that's all you can think about. And I want to be positive. I want to have a positive life. I want to be the positive outlet for my wife, because my wife, she, has some negative mindsets sometimes because, it's probably due to anxiety and, just being busy. But
Ileana as well. Yeah.
I want to be that positive, and I want to go out and enjoy life.
And for,
it's short.
for my kid too, my daughter, I want her to see Al being positive. And man, I wasn't going to go there, but I'm going to go there. So like, you don't know what people are going through in their life. Like, we're all have our trials and tribulations, and we may think everything's hunky dory, but people could be going through the worst time of their life. Challenges with their family, challenges with money, challenges with anywhere. And I don't, that part wasn't, this neat balance wasn't a part to discourage anyone. Like, I'm not trying to question what you spend your money on. That's your business at the end of the day. But I want to challenge you to think differently and and I've actually been thinking a lot lately and doing a little more research and investing and maybe being a life coach I love coaching. I coach in my job, even though I'm in client services. I work a lot with the operations group and trying to help develop people, provide feedback on how to be a better public speaker, how to, articulate things better. It's what I love about my job, honestly. And that's what I miss about being fully in operations. But again, I don't know everything. I'm learning every day. I'm trying to challenge myself to be a better person. And I just think you deserve the opportunity, and you should be budgeting money to spend on yourself, and you should be thinking differently about that. So that's what Neat Balance is about. That's what it's all about, being neat and being balanced so you can drink your bourbon and have a good time and take a nice vacation every once in a while. So let's move over to Last Call with the Bourbon Nerds.
That's us.
Are we Bourbon Nerds?
We're the Bourbon Nerds.
Are you sure? Where are we right now?
With us.
All right, so I have an update. I think my favorite that we have here, not all, I still think that Starlight's probably my favorite, but we needed a finished blind. We got so many blinds to do.
Interesting. Maybe I'll put that.
I really like that High West.
I might put, really?
Dude, I love that High West Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, and maybe because I've been drinking a lot more wine, not lately. I haven't been drinking a whole lot, but just like over the last 2 or 3 months, I've drank more wine. So
I just personally feel like the wine finishes don't bring as much flavor as like the cognacs finishes and stuff. So
I didn't drink the
cognac.
Here, give me that cognac real quick. I'm going to close it out with a little sipperoonie. A little sipperoonie, and then we're going to close this out. Last call. What do we got? We got drops. Talk about drops.
Yeah, so we mentioned on the last episode, but we got the grapes and grain drops on the 27th. That's really kind of our focus right now is for that drop. We're going to be there early as we can. I work until midnight, so might need to get just a little quick nap and then get up and go.
Naparoonie, dude. Then we're going to be, I think, probably around 4, 5?
Yeah, we'll get there pretty early.
Yeah.
I plan on trying to leave work early and then sleep until about 3 and then get up and leave. So
okay, I'm down. Whatever.
I know Matt and Hunter and I think Chris Hamilton are all going to work that night and then come as soon as they get off.
Really?
So they might not get there until like 7.
Fathead Matt?
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in forever.
Yeah. Dude, so he came in the work the other day and he was like, I'm hurting. I'm like, why? He's like, I got really drunk on Sunday. I was like, bro, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you're still hurting. So yeah, he hasn't been drinking as much lately. So that
I think
Sunday really
I haven't either,
killed
to be honest. Like
I do maybe 3 times a week. It's not nothing crazy. And it's not even like getting drunk or anything. It's just having a couple.
Yeah, I like the High West better than the cognac 1792. And this 1792 is really good.
I think it's fine. I think the Mizunara is by far my favorite.
It's good.
Out of everything here.
Mizunara is great. I don't think it's a bad choice at all. So I like the maple too. I don't even know. I like the maple too. So
this High West is fine. It's not really like nothing about it.
You're drinking yours though. Maybe you need to drink mine.
That's true. I should have tried
mine.
yours.
Is very good. I don't know. Maybe they're the same. Who knows? We'll find out next time on the Bourbon Nerds.
I'll side by side them real quick and we'll find out.
Do it real fast. We've got some cool stickers coming out too. We got some events coming up. We have great episodes coming up. So if you need to stay tuned, we got a Michter's episode, which I'm so excited about. We've got 13th Colony. We're going to do double oaked and I'm finally going to crack. I was hoarding my 15th anniversary bottle. I was going to try to trade it for a bunch of stuff for William Weller, but apparently that's not going to happen. So we're going to crack it open and we're going to drink it. And that's what bourbon is a share.
This one is better, but I still like the Mizunara.
Okay. Yeah.
That pick's a lot better.
Dude,
than
that
this
pick's
one.
good. Someone will say whiskey, man. They know their stuff.
Here, try this one.
Okay. All right, I'll take a little sip. Yeah, that someone say whiskey's way better.
Yeah,
But-
this one's what was this one? A Fossil Creek?
Yeah, that falls flat. That's
Yeah.
flat, man.
Yeah, that's what I was basing.
Yeah,
it off of.
I know, I
This
agree.
one's got a lot more flavor for
Dude,
sure.
way more flavor, yeah, for sure. But anyways, that's interesting. Store picks is the way to go. We're hoping to do one by the end of the year. I don't know what place. Short barrel. I've been reaching out to you guys, so hit us up. We want to do a pick. We've got some. We will be booking events very soon. I want to get them on the calendar. I want to get plenty of opportunity for people. We talked about earlier George C. Stagg and our Bourbon Nerdz league, which I'm really excited. I'm going to add a couple bottles to that. So second and third also. Third will get a amazing, one of the greatest bottles ever. So
Actually, a lot of people are really excited to fight for third.
yeah, if I get third, I'm not going to be sad to get a benchmark.
Like if the rest of my weeks go like my week one, I'm just gonna keep the GTS because
and if you're
got
balling
good
on a
guys.
budget, benchmark's the way to go. Like the foolproof, absolutely. Like the bonded, if you like peach tea, the top floor. I mean, the benchmarks are really good, solid choices. And then obviously,
which
Buffalo
apparently they're
Trace.
harder to find in some parts of the country.
Yeah,
which
I think
is kinda
so
weird.
as well. I
Around
feel
here, they're
bad
just
for you
everywhere,
guys.
but-
Yeah, for that. So, what else we got? I think that's it, really.
I mean, we have an online store. Go check us out. We've made one sale, so we need people to get on there and check
Bourbon
out.
Hunter. Yeah, we would like more than one sale, guys. You
Yeah.
just buy a hat, buy a shirt,
Yeah,
buy something.
And I need to work on the website a little
Even
bit.
if you don't want it, give it as a Christmas gift. It helps us out. Like we got to show some sales. I'm working on some sponsors. So
Well, and the cool thing so we're doing drop shipping, and you can get on there and you can kind of customize the color and whatever you want. There's like hoodies, there's shirts, there's
to be
hats,
fair
there's-
though, that first event we sold a ton of shirts. We were banging that.
and those are the ones we have on hand.
Bourbon
like,
drop.
yeah.
Yeah, we probably need to get more.
We also have a YouTube channel if you guys don't already know.
Do we?
do some hunting videos and stuff. And
Yeah.
we're having a good time on it, and it's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. We're on our road to
Keep on.
How many subscribers do we have right now?
Let me look. Live update.
Live
from New York.
It's Saturday night.
427.
427. We're on the road to 500. Once you get to 500, then we're going to get to 1,000. And once you get to 1,000, then we're going to get to 2,000. Once you get to 2,000, then we're going to get to 3,000. Then we're going to keep going up until we get 5,000. Then we get 10,000. Go short for 2,000 sold to the guy in the pink dress.
Our
And the
big goal is
foot.
1,000 for sure.
Yeah, 1,000 we're going to be that. So we're catching up. Damien, we're coming for you, buddy.
Coming for you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
And we are the Bourbon Nerds. We hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed this episode. We appreciate everyone listening, and hopefully you will share with your friends and your family and anybody else that wants to listen to us.
And
your
like
dog.
and subscribe. And
Hey, we're
check us
pet
out
friendly.
everywhere.
Animals love listening to us. So share it with your cat, your dog, your bird, whatever.
there might be a Bourbon Nerdz dog bowl on our site. I'll have to double check. I know that
I
was an
hope so.
option. I need to go double check actually.
Yeah, you should order that right now.
Yeah, go get it right
Go
now.
get it right now. If you 3 easy payments of $17.99. No, I'm just joking. All right, take care, guys. Thank you. See you. Bye bye now.
The Bourbon Nerds podcast is hosted and executive produced by Cody Mills and Garrett Welch. The show is produced, mixed, and edited by me, Ethan Adams. The show features original music by Alex Pitts. You can find the Bourbon Nerds on all the major social media platforms. Please follow, rate, and review the show on Apple Podcasts or your podcast player of choice. It really does help the show. Please don't hesitate to send an email or message on social media. We love to hear your thoughts, comments, and bourbon suggestions. The Bourbon Nerds would like to remind the audience to always drink responsibly, know your limits, and never drink and drive. Be sure to check in every Sunday for a brand new episode. Cheers!